such things must happen first, but it will not immediately be the end." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be powerful earthquakes, famines, and plagues from place to place. And awesome sights and mighty signs will come from the sky. Before all this happens, however, they will seize and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and to prisons, and they will have you led before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to your giving testimony. Remember, you are not to prepare your defense beforehand, for I myself shall give you a wisdom in speaking, that all your adversaries will be powerless to resist or refute. You will even be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair on your head will be destroyed. By your perseverance, you will secure your lives." The gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Jesus Christ. Today we celebrate the Jubilee for the armed forces, the police, the firefighters, those in security, first responders, and government leaders. And anyone here who serves in that capacity for our community, for our country, we are greatly appreciative. To any of you who have family members in that realm as well, thank you. It really is a gift to our community and to our country. Brothers and sisters, as we come to the end of the liturgical year, so we've been walking with the gospel writer Luke, and the solemnity of Christ the King is just 1 week away. That marks the end of the year. We end as Christ is the King. It's a good fitting end to a liturgical year. The church quietly invites us to pause and look back and to give thanks. We've spent an entire year walking with the Gospel of Luke, and what a year of grace it really has been. It's been a good year in the liturgical season, walking with this gospel writer. Luke's gospel is sometimes called the gospel of the heart of Jesus Christ, because more than any other evangelist, Luke shows us the tenderness, the mercy, and the personal closeness of Jesus Christ. If we look back over this year, we can see that the Holy Spirit has been teaching us these very things. Think of how the gospel writer Luke began. With the God who steps into ordinary lives. Zechariah in the temple. Mary in Nazareth. The shepherds in the field. Luke taught us that God's glory is not distance, but it actually comes pretty close, very close. It calls us by name. God's glory breaks into our daily routines. Then we followed Jesus into his ministry. And Luke showed us Jesus' compassion for the poor, the outsider, the forgotten, the widow of Nain, the sinful woman who washed her feet, Jesus' feet, with her tears, Zacchaeus who climbed up the tree, the lepers who cried out for mercy. And again, Luke gave us Jesus who sees those that no one else might see. And maybe this year, the gospel writer Luke taught you to trust that God sees you too. Now, I'm a big fan of the gospel writer Luke, not just because of his name, but it's a pretty good gospel. Luke also gave us the great parables that have shaped our spiritual lives this year. Let's think of a couple. The Good Samaritan, which reminded us who our neighbor really is. The Prodigal Son, which helped reveal to us a Father whose mercy is larger than our failures. The Rich Fool, and the Dishonest Steward, challenging us to reorder our priorities. We all need that from time to time. And then there's the Persistent Widow, teaching us to pray with a heart that never gives up. Through these stories, inspired by the Holy Spirit, Luke formed our vision, helping us examine our hearts, our attachments, our compassion, and our capacity to forgive. And then as the year went on, Luke led us into Jerusalem, where Jesus entered courageously. He taught us how to carry our cross, how to persevere through trials, how to trust when the road becomes very dark. Luke's gospel showed us that discipleship is not avoidance of suffering, but rather it is fidelity through suffering. Let me share that one more time. Luke's gospel, and the others do this too, showed us that discipleship is not avoidance of suffering, but rather it is fidelity through suffering. Finally, we heard one of Luke's most powerful moments that he writes about, the good thief on the cross. No gospel gives us that scene except for Luke. The last breath of Jesus is a promise. Today you will be with me in paradise. Today you will be with me in paradise. And we all long to hear that. Luke ends by reminding us who our King truly is. A King who saves, even from a cross. Soon we will enter in with Matthew, and that will be a great year as well. The four gospel writers help us to see who Jesus really is. And it is good, week by week, Sunday by Sunday, to let these stories hit our souls. This has been a good year, and it's been a gift to walk with all of you in the latter part of the year. And I greatly look forward to this next year with Matthew.